But right now we're going to talk about Hunter Biden. I don't know if you saw this, this in the New York Times. A Republican inquiry into Hunter Biden and the Ukraine finds no evidence of wrongdoing by his father. That's because Republicans stick together. The report released on Wednesday by the Senate Homeland Security Committee asserted that Hunter Biden traded on his father's name to close lucrative business deals around the world. That he did. Do you see how the New York Times is running interference now for Joe Biden? The report released on Monday asserted. So that when it's negative about Joe Biden, the New York Times says they asserted it. Just so you know. It also claimed that his work for a corrupt Ukrainian energy company, while his father was directing American policy, gave the appearance of a conflict of interest that sent bad signals to a young democracy from the former Soviet bloc and alarmed some in the State Department. It only appeared, do you see that? It only appeared to be a conflict of interest to people who are actually awake. But the 87-page document contained no evidence that the former vice president improperly manipulated American policy toward Ukraine as a result of his son's activities. Hunter Biden received this is the part they left out of that story. Here's the part, by the way, you notice how every time it was negative about Joe Biden, they said asserted, alleged, whatever. This is the part they left out of that. Hunter Biden received $3.5 million wire transfer from the Russian billionaire. And that was also in that Senate report. Biden's investment firm received the wire transfer in 2014 as part of a, quote, financial relationship, though no other details were provided. He got a $3.5 million wire transfer from a Russian billionaire. That's the vice president. Could you imagine if that was Eric Trump? Clear the schedule at Rachel Maddow for the next month. Could you imagine if that was Eric Trump? Holy shit. Oh, my God. If that was Eric Trump, my pals over at the would be going fucking crazy. Financial relationship is what it says there. He received $3.5 million as part of a financial relationship. That's very descriptive. Nothing shady there. Financial relationship. I used to put that in the memo when I would write a check to my pot dealer. Financial relationship. He's just dangling $1 billion. Nothing. Here we go. Hunter Biden received $3.5 million wire transfer from Elena Baturina, the richest woman in Russia and the widow of Yuri Lyshkov, the former mayor of Moscow. Imagine, now I had Cenk Uygur in here, and I was asking him to stop doing the Russiagating.
Right.
And he said he wasn't because it was the financial crimes.
Well, this looks financial to me.
If this was Eric Trump.
But how does this not compromise the Bidens?
Honest to God, Bill Clinton got a $500,000 check direct from a Kremlin bank into his pocket. Here's Barack Obama's vice president getting $3.5 million wire transfer. But we should McCarthy smear more people. And he got it from the wife of the former mayor of Moscow. Holy shit. Just imagine if that was somebody in the Trump administration. How all the Russiagating knuckleheads would be going fucking mental today. And for another month. And they would be pointing at me, see, I told you were wrong. But since it's Joe Biden and it doesn't fit their narrative, they're not going to report it that way. Rachel Maddow's not going to report it that way. Chris Matthews. Rachel Maddow's not going to report it that way because it would take integrity to actually report it that way. Of course she's not going to report it that way. She's a partisan. Anybody Russiagating is a partisan or a willing dupe on purpose. They're not telling you the truth. Anybody Russiagating is not telling you the truth. That's obvious. Doesn't this make you feel like a chump if you believed in Russiagate? Doesn't that make you... In fact, and by the way, the people in Russiagating knew this. The Bidens knew it. Obama knew it. The people in the State Department knew it. People on that Senate committee knew it. And they're all Russiagating, and they knew this. And they knew Bill Clinton got a $500,000 direct payment right in his pocket from the Kremlin bank for one speech. Highest paid money he got for any speeches.
Jimmy, you can hear Rachel Maddow's voice reporting on this.
You
could just hear, because she'll repeat it over and over. Who knows Elena Baturina?
Yeah.
Who knows the mayor of Moscow?
Who knows
wife?
that? Oh, apparently.
Apparently, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. I'll be back with more news later. I mean, you could see that she would repeat this over and over in the promo.
Over and over.
Hunter Biden.
Baturina is Russia's only female billionaire. And Hunter found her.
Lucky.
Isn't that nice? Lucky lady. The report described her involvement with Biden as a financial relationship, but declined to delve deeper into why the wire transfer was made. She's the only female Russian billionaire. Boy, I got to tell you, you know what that means? That means Russia needs more diversity in their billionaire class. The probe found that Baturina sent 11 wire transfers between May and December in 2015 to a bank account belonging to Back USA. That's a tech startup that filed for bankruptcy in March 2019, which is actually what most tech startups do. 9 of those 11 wire transfers were first sent to the Rosemont Seneca Partners. That's the investment firm founded by Hunter Biden and Chris Heinz, stepson of the former Secretary of State John Kerry, before being transferred to BAK USA. Whoa, John Kerry, huh? Just a who's who of winners. All 11 transactions describe the payments as loan agreement in the details sections. It's a loan agreement. What is this, The Sopranos? Yeah.
Hey, what is it? What do you call it?
It's a loan agreement. Mm-hmm. It's about fiduciary responsibility. That's what it's about. It's about fiduciary responsibility. The investigation found that in 2015, 2 Obama administration officials voiced concern to White House officials about the possibility that the younger Biden, serving on the board of Burisma, could create the appearance of conflict of interest, as his father, then Vice President Joe Biden, oversaw the Ukraine policy. The report states that the Obama White House knew that Hunter's position prevented, quote, the efficient execution of policy with respect to Ukraine, but that attempts by officials to raise alarms fell on deaf ears. Because that guy who was supposed to be listening to that, he was plugging his ears while the other guy was holding this, and then there was a guy doing The committee also said they obtained records from the U.S. Treasury Department that showed potential criminal activity relating to transactions among and between Hunter Biden, his family, and his associates with Ukrainian, Russia, Kazakh, and Chinese nationals. Kazakh? Is that Kazakhstan? Kazakh? The younger Biden had no material experience to serve on the board of the energy and gas company, but was given a high-paying seat regardless.
I think it's because he's used gas and energy. That gave him that position.
The younger Biden had no experience to serve on the board of the energy and gas company. So let's put his resume right on the top, shall we? I wonder how it got there. Joe Biden's spokesman, Andrew Bates, slammed the probe in a statement to the Post on its findings. I bet he did. Here's how the Washington Post describes it. Want to see what the Post says? So you remember all those things about how he alleged. Here's how the post. The Senate report falsely alleges that Hunter Biden had a financial relationship with Russian business executives, blah, blah, blah. But that they just print it like that. But since they put it in a quote, that's from Hunter Biden's lawyer. That's how you print that? To make it look like that's a factual statement. That's how they printed that. Oh, by the way, Hunter Biden to step down from the board of the Chinese-backed private equity firm. That was in October last year when his father was getting ready to run for president. Hey, look, I'm not going to keep doing shady things if my dad's president. I promise. The BHR partners, Bohai Harvest, RST, Shanghai Equity Investment Fund Management. That's a private investment fund founded in 2013 by Chinese and American partners to make investments outside of China. BHR was founded in 2013 by two Chinese registered asset managers, Bohai Industrial Investment Fund and Harvest Fund Management, the two U.S. organizations, one of which is Rosemont Seneca Partners. The company, according to the Wall Street Journal, planned to raise $1.5 billion, taking advantage of Shanghai's free enterprise zone to convert. Oh, no kidding. To convert Watab dollars to be invested in foreign companies. Business registration filings in China list Hunter Biden among the key officials at Bohai Harvest. This guy, Hunter Biden, he's really good with money, I guess. He's like a genius. I thought he got kicked out of the military and had a drug problem and is a corrupt motherfucker who wouldn't even pay his own child support. But apparently he's a business whiz. Apparently he's a business whiz when his father's vice president. $1.5 billion, trying to raise $1.5 billion in China. He's on all these big boards. He's such a business whiz. Who knew? It's certainly not that he's trading on his father's name. It's certainly not that, is it? So you got one piece of shit, completely corrupt, warmongering, racist, enemy of the people to fix your problem with Donald Trump. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.